Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz. We're here going to be doing a review on this thing, which is the Tier 7 British tank destroyer, which is helpfully named the 87. Which is, yeah, pretty apt, because it is at Tier 7. Unlike the 88, which is at Tier 6. Great job there. But yes, so, the 87, the only British Tier 7 tank destroyer. Oh no, apart from the 80-15A. But this one has got the meme gun, which is, of course, the best gun. Also, welcome to the premium hangar. Don't know if I've shown this. There's a man furiously welding a IS, or no, T-34-85 turret, sorry. Various engines, some cogs. There's a massive German carrier plane over there. You've got some Tanks Blitz lorries. Man dedicated to moving his boxes from one place to the other. Because there he goes. You've got some motorbikes, some Willis Jeeps. Twister Cup at the back there. There you go. There goes that man putting down his box, which just handily disappears. Which is a very nice friend, no doubt. Got some bedrolls and things. Motorbike, skip, full of things. There you go. If we just watch, there you go. He's going to plonk down his box, boop, and then it just sort of, there you go, pump. So yes, gun engine boost diagram, gun rammer diagram, track lengths, and yeah, it's just overall very nice. And there's also some people discussing some tactics up there. But yeah, we're here for the tank. So the 87, I was never intending to keep this tank, but the meme gun was too strong, and I felt that I just had to keep it for the memes. So yes, 56% protection, 6% firepower, 43% shot effectiveness, and 24% maneuverability. 1250 HP is the most out of any tank destroyer. At Tier 7, that is even better than the 80-15A, actually. I was about to say with exception to, but no, it is better than all the other ones. SU-122-44 has got 950, so on and so forth. 110 for the ISU. Oh no, sorry. ISU 152-1000, there you go, 970. Yeah, basically it's got the most health and the best survivability. You can take 1 or 2 extra shots before you do die, which will no doubt happen eventually. And yeah, as for armour, 203 at the front, 101 at the sides and rears, and if you're thinking, wow, that's really good armour, yeah, the 88 at Tier 6 has got 203 with 101, 101, and the 82 at Tier 5 has got 203, 101, and 101. So, yeah, it's the same armour from 2 tiers ago. So, at Tier 5, yeah, it's good armour at the front. At Tier 6, yeah, also decent enough armour. Tier 7, it starts to get a bit lacking, because it's the same armour as last time. And the time before that. And whilst it is sloped and rounded, it is only 203 at the front. Tiger 1 has got the same pen with its gun. The M6A2E1 has got slightly less, 191. Basically, things can get through it. 181. There you go. Sorry, I was looking at the armour of the M6. There you go, 198. Basically, there's a lot more things at this tier which have got a chance of killing you than there are at the lower tiers. Especially when you start to get into Tier 8 guns. In which case you've got the King, which has got near 230. You've got the IS-6, which fires APCR at around 221. You've got the things like the FCM and the Centre for Disease Control, which have got 232 pen. You've got the Defender, the KV-5, Young Tiger 88. You've got the Freedom, you know, the 1776 Independence, and the M6A2E1, which have got near 250 to get through your frontal armour. So it's good armour, yes, but not really. Also, massive weak spots there. Basically, this whole area up here. The anti-infantry machine gun there, the commander's cupola, and the other rear-mounted anti-infantry machine guns. They're all weak spots. They're all 101, I do believe. And yes, they are sloped and rounded, but still, this is a massively glaring weak spot. Look at it. It's just a massive cupola. So yeah, it's armoured, yes, but armoured not at the same time. It weighs also nearly 44 tons with only a 500 horsepower engine. which means it only goes 20 kilometers an hour and only has a 28 kilometers per hour. 28%. 28 degrees per second hull traverse. There we go. Which is, yeah, it's slow. It's immobile. The same as the 88. If we look at the 88 here, it's basically the same. Same massive weak spots at the top of the tank, and that does carry over to the next tier up tank, which is of course R87. So, yeah, there's not much difference really. They're both big, slow, and mobile. Anything from tier 5 up for the British tank destroyers are big, slow, unmanoeuvrable, but generally well armoured. Looking at you, Churchill gun carrier. But yeah, so basically really big and mobile, hence why it's only got 24% manoeuvrability. As for the engine, it is a Ford GAA, 500 horsepower. The stock engine, it's only 395. Yeah, it's terrible. You're going to be going nowhere fast with that. Not that you go anywhere fast anyway with this one, but still. Yeah, as for the stock tracks, yeah, you get 2 less traverse speed, nearly 3 less traverse speed. But yeah, it's a mobile. Excuse me. Yawn there. But yeah, it's big and mobile. Anyone used to British tanks destroyers will be. I can't speak. Non parle l'anglais. But yes, anyone who's used to the British tank destroyers will get used to this very, very easily. As for the stock gun, because this is what we all want to know, it is the Ordnance Quick... Well, actually, not even the Ordnance. This is just the Quick Fire 6-pounder anti-tank gun Mark V. Same sort of 6-pounder as you get, you know, every 6-pounder has. However, this one, special tank destroyer spec 6-pounder anti-tank gun, has a magazine, 10 shells in it, 1.09 seconds between each shell load time, and then, of course, just for the more memes, 1337 magazine reload time. Average pen, only 110. Pitiful. 180 with APCR is, yeah, better, but still not great at tier 7. 15 with HE. Average damage, only 90. 80 with APCR, and 100 with HE. So yeah, it's pretty dull. Accuracy, it's alright accuracy, not particularly great, but then again, not particularly bad. 0.35 average dispersion at 100 meters, plus it has a very quick aim time, 3 seconds, which is pretty quick aim time for one of these guns. But of course, you will want to get off this as soon as possible, unless you're going full-on memes. In which case, stick with it like I have and just burn through the other guns. So yeah, if you want to do memes, this is the best thing for you. But of course, then you will have this gun unlocked, no doubt, because the 88 will have it here, the 77mm there, and the 17-pounder right there. So you will have both of those unlocked, but so you'll never actually have to use the Ordnance Quickfire 77mm anti-tank gun Mark II. Which has got better average pen, 148, 203 with APCR, has better average damage, with 160, 135 with APCR, 200 with HE. Better accuracy, 0.3 dispersion, that's a very, very accurate, and the same 3-second aim time. But then, of course, everyone wants to go with their favourite Ordnance Quickfire 17-pounder 80 gun Mark VII, the best anti-tank gun ever. With its 171 average pen, 239 with its APCR, same old average damage, still very good dispersion, same dispersion actually, but with a 0.1 second slower aim time, which means it's absolutely rubbish. Joking, it's a very good gun. But that is most likely the gun which you will be using to grind out the best gun, which is the Ordnance Quickfire 20-pounder 80 gun Type A barrel. Because, you know, and, you know, it fits that it's on this tank because it has got a 13.37 rate of fire rounds per minute, which is just for the memes. As for the average pen, 226, which is very, very good. It's double the average pen of the 6-pounder. It's over double of the 6-pounder with, yeah, a great or very good increase. 258 with APCR, 42 with HE. Average damage also goes up very well because it's a 90mm, I do believe, which means it does have 190. Actually, is it a 90mm? I don't think it is. It's not quite a 3.7 inch, but still, average damage, armour piercing 190, 160 with APCR, so yeah, HE 250, even better dispersion, fantastic dispersion, 0.29 at 100 meters, which is very good. Aim time as well, 4 seconds. Yeah, overall, just a very good gun. To be mounting on a tank destroyer, especially at this tier. You'll have very little problems cutting through anything at this tier, and even in the tier above you can give them a run for their money, which is what you want on a tank destroyer, obviously. As for ammunition, well, for the 57mm, yeah, you carry 120 rounds of ammo, which is no doubt going to be enough. As for this one, I don't know, because of course I haven't unlocked it yet, so I can't say, but no doubt it's going to be enough for a battle, so yeah, plenty of ammo. As for provisions, standard and improved fuel for 3 and 10% respectively to engine power and turret reverse, as I stiffly yawn, sorry about that. But yeah, so you'll definitely want to stick them on. Then you've got black tea and puddington tea for 3 and 10% respectively to crew mastery, and you've got protective kit, 15% to protect your crew from injuries, 10% speed and wardrobe repair, 20% fire protection, and 10% ammo and fuel tank durability. And you can go ahead and mount them as you want. So as for consumables, of course, standard repair, first aid, fire extinguisher, and then because I'm using the meme gun, well, I've only got engine power boost available to me, 20% engine power for 15 seconds, and then you've got your multi-purpose, which is those 3 rolled into one. Manually activated, of course, for the extinguish and fire, which is the only downside, really. But of course, if you were using any of the other guns, you would of course have adrenaline, which would give you 20% to load speed and 10% chance of damaging enemy vehicle modules for 15 seconds. But hey ho, I'm going all out memes. So yay, little 6-pounder. As for equipment, yeah, gonna want your gun rammer to increase your to decrease your reload time, which is funny because this is a magazine fed weapon system, and normally you don't get that on it because, as you can see, you only get improved vents for the 1375, and the same for the Predator, which are auto-loader weapons. However, I assume that because it only has the stock 6-pounder, which you will have already got through by the time you get to this, there's no way you can't, because you have to go through the other guns. Although saying that, no you don't. That's actually a point. That's a point. If you're like me and you want to suffer, you go through the Churchill gun carrier, in which case none of those guns are unlocked. So you're stuck with the 6-pounder AT gun Mark V because the Churchill gun carrier doesn't get it. So you have to research them. So you have to. Oh dear, I pity anyone that doesn't go for the memes with this and actually does go through the gun carrier and legitimately has to grind through this. But anyway, yes, I can only assume that because this is the only autoloader and the others are single shot, that's probably why it's got gun rammer. But yeah, calibrated shells isn't really going to help you much. Not with this gun, and even with the top gun you don't need it, so gun rammer is what you're going to want. Improved modules as well to increase your track durability for the most, because you don't want to get detract in this thing, it gets outflanked super easily. You're a tank destroyer, you're slow moving, it's a tank destroyer so you could go camo net, but at the same time it's an assault gun, more of a tank destroyer, so coated optics is possibly what you'll want for the assaulting the front line. Then I would say supercharge for the increased shell velocity, and well, for the meme gun, definitely the minus 50% to penetration decrease with distance, because you don't need it for any of the guns really, the enhanced gun lane drive, so definitely supercharge. Then I would say enhanced armour, possibly, give you that slight edge on armour, because you don't really need it for the HP, you do have good HP anyway for a tank destroyer. Let me just check something. How much HP does that have? 1320. Yeah, so you've only got, what, 60 less HP about than the Predator Ultramarines, which is not that much of a considerable amount. So yeah, you don't really need the improved assembly for the vehicle HP, so I would say enhanced armour for the extra armour. Then definitely improved control for the extra traverse speed, get you up to over that 30 threshold, up to 31.71, which will be a very, very big help, no doubt, so definitely improved control. For this gun, the beam gun, definitely want to go with refined gun, but then as for the other gun, the top 20-pounder, I would possibly say vertical stabilizers, because you will no doubt have to be keeping up with some fast-moving targets as they try and circle around you. So if you do have one of those light tanks or medium tanks circling around you, or at least attempting to, the vertical stabilizer might give you that extra bit of accuracy. So yeah, I would say go with that. Then enhanced tracks, just so that when they do repair, they're fully repaired. So yeah, I would say enhanced tracks, and then your choice of whatever the hell those two things are. So overall, that is the 87, the best meme tank in the world of tanks. Now that we've lost our howitzers from our medium tanks and things, which is a shame, because I was possibly going to take out that Churchill close support, but now I can't, because well, you can't get it anymore. But yeah, so that is the 87 with the meme gun. Very fun. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.